welcome back.
Welcome back. Okay, we've been absent
This is
for quite some time. Now we're back.
yeah. Maybe you can explain what happened.
So basically, we took a break, and that break lasted like however long since the last video.
It was what
Couple months ago,
like 6 months?
maybe 6 or 9 months.
when was the last one? Last one was in winter or before that?
Maybe in the winter,
Honestly,
or
we
like
don't
this,
fucking remember, and
and
it doesn't
nobody
matter.
cares.
Who cares?
Who cares?
Today we're gonna talk about different themes, but the main one will be
Summer probably,
probably
because
yeah. I think that summer and how can you actually beat everyone in terms of
Mhm.
progress. Obviously, like the biggest thing you have to beat is yourself. That's like quite obvious,
Yeah.
right? But how
Yeah.
can you really take your life, change it completely
Mhm.
in 3 months period, which is summer, which is basically the party time, when a
Yeah.
lot of people are
Yeah.
basically taking off, going to
Yeah.
parties,
Yeah.
going out with friends, just chilling out.
Drinking and basically doing nothing but relaxing.
Yeah, and we're not saying
Yeah.
that you not have to enjoy summer. I mean, we're
We
still
have a couple of solutions on
exactly.
how to enjoy this summer.
But you have to take this grind. You have to really take the grind on and become the best version of yourself. Because
Yeah.
for most of the people who are working, who are going to school, this is the best time that you could potentially grow.
Yeah. Well, in my opinion, I think that since basically all of my classmates, everyone that I know, is like partying and relaxing. They're started to like quit trainings. They aren't consistent anymore. This is like a huge opportunity to like speed on and like get past them.
Yeah,
Basically, like what I do at least is that I'm more locked in on my like routine, on my like diet, on my like training. As you know, like we did the crazy
exactly.
training today, and
It
yeah,
was it
basically
was two trainings actually, like in one.
yeah. And back still hurts from all of the deadlifting and squatting
Exactly. So we did squats, deadlifts, pull-ups,
and
bench,
bench press.
and
And
after that it was like,
uh,
okay, fuck the home, and we're going
we yeah
for fucking cycling.
kettlebell
Fuck that shit.
workout.
It's crazy, but it's good. I
Yeah.
like it. It
hmm
fucking makes you strong. That's the
Yeah.
most important thing. I think that at least what's interesting to me, it's taking two viewpoints to this thing because you're going to school, you're actually doing stuff there.
Yeah.
8 hours. You're basically.
Went to school. Now
I
it's
will say
whole day.
I will say you're in the matrix and you're wasting your time in school. Like let's be honest here. But I mean you're going to school, and for you summer is very important. For me though, not going to school.
You still,
So
I mean, you still have the exams and you still like do the lessons and things.
exactly, yeah, but it's like quite fast. It's like 1 hour a day. So it's a big comparison. I think for you especially, summer is the biggest thing. So I want to ask you straight away, what do you think will be the biggest difference?
I mean, probably like the fitness because I can like train way more. Also, simply time has passed on and I have more experience, uh, and yeah, I can make more progress now than like ever before. Because like previous summer, I was like just starting my fitness journey, and I didn't have all the knowledge that I have now. Like simply like in a whole year, you have like progressed so much that you can make a lot more changes and more quickly and have more impact
Yeah.
and yeah, improve faster.
A lot of people though, when it's summer, you've been grinding all year, you've been going
Mm.
to school, you've been doing a lot
Yeah.
of work. And right now it's, you can lay down and
Relax.
you can chill. I mean, it's summer, right? Go party, go relax, go, to the beaches, go, take time with
Yeah,
friends, all
swim
those things.
and
I mean, why do you want to take a different road?
well, because I think differently. I
What do you
think
mean?
uh, as our coach Jima said, you you don't relax in the like club in the parties. That's not where you like relax, and the like place where you relax is the gym. So yeah, basically that's how I view I don't want to like it be another like summer simply like wasted like having fun. I want like make progress, like on my like fitness journey and yeah, basically improve myself as much as I can because I have like every day is like free. I can manage my own time.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's simply the motivation that others are like resting, but you're like working. I think it's like very good opportunity.
All right. And I
And
guess how do you plan to do that? Well, first of all, what is sort of your goals, right? Because we want to understand
Mm.
like what are your goals, right?
Mm.
Because if you're doing something, that means that you're doing them whether you're procrastinating, right, or
Mm.
whether you're doing something for achieving the goals. So
Mhm.
can you like quickly define like your simplest like most
Yeah.
important goals for the summer, and then how you're planning to actually like get there?
So first one is improving my physique, and by that I mean like getting a six pack, because I have been like kind of like skinny fat all my life.
Hmm.
I have like gained muscle, but still like I have like fat around my stomach,
Okay,
and I want to get the abs. So that's like
of course.
the biggest thing. And as you know, like I'm doing abs training. You too,
Yeah,
like from the
Mr. Belmont.
Mr. Bell, yeah, Nate, and so that's my like biggest goal that I'm the most keen on. I think that if I do that, I will be like the happiest. That will be like the most meaningful.
Okay.
Second is growing my like YouTube channel,
Mm.
and as you know, I like
Mm.
procrastinate on that a lot.
Can you explain what happened? Because eventually you were, doing a lot of progress. You were actually like, taking out the videos. Of course, the
Yeah.
first ones I think started at summer
Hmm.
when you did that
Yeah,
running
that
thing.
running challenge.
Yeah, then quickly you start progress because you started to upload like a lot of videos.
Hmm.
Quite a lot. And then for some
Yeah.
reason, like months or two ago, you just
Stopped. Yeah.
vanished.
I mean, it's simply like the thing that I never think that I'm knowledgeable enough to talk about something, even if I objectively might have the experience and like something useful to say. I will be like, oh no, I'm not an expert. I'm not like at the best at the scene, and I can't like, I don't want to like put something out that's like not ideal, because we know like ideals are like a problem for growth.
So I guess, what are those videos that you want to upload? Because it's quite interesting is that there's a lot of stuff in YouTube, right? And a
Yeah.
lot of it seems like very valuable, right? But then you understand that you watch one, you watch two, you watch like 10, and
And
then you
nothing
actually
changed.
never really, even if it's good information, you never
Mhm.
really implement that, which leads to what? Which leads to just, watching the videos and nothing
Mhm.
change.
Yeah.
So I guess, why would you even watch the YouTube video in the first place? That's the question I
Yeah.
fucking ask.
Yeah.
So how would you be different then? What's the
Well,
content that you want to put out
well,
that will actually impact people?
well, I'll go a little bit different road, because like my relationship with YouTube, because like I watched so much of it, I'm kind of like pissed off by YouTube because it's like the most
Understand?
content is like basically worthless.
Yeah.
So that's why I like started reading. I enjoy like reading so much now that I'm like fuck this YouTube, fuck videos, fuck them all. Let just read and like yeah, like learn. But yeah, like it's like double-sided thing. You like as like all the YouTubers and content creators do, they post things, but they're not themselves on like social
Yeah.
media. And your question was like, what kind of content I want to upload?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Since
like.
since since there's a lot of things like you said, you watch and
Mhm.
it doesn't really make sense, and
Yeah,
you never really progress because you just keep watching. So what are
yeah.
those videos that you want to put out?
I mean, personally, I think that's most unique to us personally is that our age and our like we're like the young guys on self-improvement, and
Yeah.
I think a lot of guys want to see like especially what you can do, because they're probably like lonely and they want to like get friends that are also like on self-improvement and thinking the same way,
Hmm.
to basically do what we discussed previously, like in the summer.
Yeah.
If we have a couple of plans and going probably to, like to record them as vlogs.
Yeah.
And I think yeah, like these vlogs, but on our United channel, but on like my main channel, yeah, just simply like things I learned from the books. And
Nice.
like yes, I'm learning lessons. I like don't want to like do that the thing again of like daily uploads, because I think that's like simply like milking and not you can't upload like something that consistently that's like actually valuable, I think. Or is that like my personal like cope, because I don't want to like
Yeah.
work.
Because I have the same viewpoint, but that's on long-term videos. So for
Mhm.
the long-term videos, I think that's
Yeah.
like facts. If you post like every single day like long-term videos, then that just doesn't make sense because
Yeah.
you're posting just for getting views type of thing.
Hmm.
You're not actually putting like your energy in terms of like actually how can I make this as valuable as
Yeah.
possible. But then the second thing is short-term videos, right? Because
Hmm.
you can basically create a long-term video and then put out like some short-term things on top of that to
Hmm.
gain views that are
Hmm.
obviously like on a selfish reason, there's two viewpoints for that. First of all, it's selfish. I want more views. I want to get more popular, so I'm posting short-term video. But on the second hand, you can actually like take this short-term content and use it as a, I will get audience so they can actually like then join something so they can benefit out of that. And I'm not talking about paint memberships or something. I'm actually thinking about creating some kind of community around that. Why? Because we're actually in quite a unique position, right? We're not like guru who is teaching somebody like some random stuff that they think they learned and that's good for them. We're actually in the journey right now. Like we're actually doing that by ourselves.
That's what I like. Maybe didn't came as clear, but like that we are like at the beginning of this, and yeah, it's like only up from here.
Yeah.
So that's I think like so it will be so interesting to watch over the years.
It
Like the
will be
progression.
crazy. It will be crazy. Why? Because let's say somebody joins us, right? Obviously, like we are quite unique in terms of we have multiple areas that we
Interests,
want
I
to
mean,
improve and multiple interests, right? But thing is that as I said, the gurus they're teaching somebody they quote unquote learned, right? They think they learned it, and then they want to teach that way to another people. In our case, we don't want to actually teach anything. We just want to give our opinion on certain things that we've done. We're actually on that journey every single day. So we're doing the stuff that we're not as good as we want it to be, because there's always like upsides, right? Even if I and you would be like, let's just take random example, like we want to be the best at the MMA, right? Champions of the world.
Sure.
Let's say we are. Let's just hypothetically, obviously we're not, right? But let's say we are.
Sure.
Then from here we could potentially teach somebody and think that we're best, but still like there's other guys who's training. If we're teaching, that's mean that we're not training, and then other people who are training actually they're gonna just beat us over time. So if we're always on that journey, then we can actually feel the energy that we're putting here. We're actually in there, and we can support other people. By knowing things, not just that, but actually being there.
Yeah, like being like sharing the lessons. I mean, especially like with the like long form content where there's a single person like talking to you about the idea that they had. I think it's like super powerful because it's simply like it changes your viewpoint.
Yeah.
It gives you like new ideas and like new ways how to act in the world. And yeah, I think that's like simply like motivating, and I think that's what is needed.
Nice.
Yeah.
Just to stay on track, I mean, there's a lot of people, right, who are partying at summer. Let's just say summer started and they start party. We are taking different route, right? So I guess what would be those replacements though? But, because we're not talking about ourselves. We have different viewpoints right now just based on our past. Let's say somebody's just starting and he wants to use that summer right now to start going and actually like change, right? How can he replace from being
a gamer as we were like previously?
Let's say he's starting actually right now.
Yeah.
So week ago he was still partying, he was still like gaming, he was still doing a lot of random stuff, procrastinating, want to spend summer with friends, and right now he changed his viewpoint to where I want to grind this and I want to change. I want something bigger.
First thing I think is that don't expect anything huge to happen in 3 months or a year, or like like people overestimate what they can do in a year and underestimate what they can do in a decade. Like that's what I said like previously. Why last summer I didn't see like that much improvement, because I had only like 4 months in the gym and like 7 months in the MMA. It wasn't like that much. I didn't have that much experience in my knowledge. Like simply my experience was lacking to like create huge progress. But like now after a year, I'm like more experienced. I mean, as we both are, we have more than a year experience in the gym. Yeah, also in like MMA, you have more like boxing also, and also our simple like nutrition and everything simply has leveled up because of the consistency, because we have built that basically like lifestyle. It's simply like how we identify that I wake up early, I train every day, I eat healthy, and it takes time to like build that, and then you can like create the challenge, that progress, and like I don't say that if you to like demotivate you like this summer, you can like still like make great progress, but it's simply like if you're if you like were partying previously, it will take time to get on the like right path and see larger improvements later down the road.
So what are the best replacements, and how do you replace like going from partying, like really hard partying and being that type of person? How do you replace that thing? How do you replace that shit and actually like start doing something at least? Because we know that you will procrastinate. It's not like
You will be
linear
like
results. Like you will have your ups, have your downs, you know, still go back to partying eventually. Like that's
Yeah.
what will happen if you're just
Mhm.
starting. So how do you place those things, and how do you
Mhm.
actually start to actually doing something?
I mean, probably the most. I actually want you to answer the same question that you asked me,
Hmm.
because you have went to probably more parties than I have.
Hmm. Interesting.
But I think that yeah, simply exercising, but that's like still only like a couple of hours per day.
Um,
I think like learning, if you're just starting out, like starting to read.
mhm.
Personally, I like tried to read for over a year, and it didn't like really stick. But like now, it's like my favorite thing to do. Simply like to pick up a physical book and read.
Yeah.
And that's like probably the biggest change that helped me is to buy like physical books, not those like PDFs that you can like open on your computer.
Yeah.
And yeah, exercising, like reading, or if you're like not at that level yet, like simply watching like long-term like videos, like podcasts, also like unfiltered, or like simply like full-length guides.
Yeah.
What else? Yeah, like simply focusing on your like mental, like mental ability. Simply not watching like videos all day too, like
Yeah.
short-term content. Basically, like focusing on your body, how you on your health, like your fitness,
Mm.
your like mental ability, like, and those are like the two most important things, and they go like together. They work together.
Mhm. Interesting.
And like, what's your point? Like, what to do if, like, let's say for the last month of
Mhm.
like May, you like partied hard. It's the
Yeah.
last month of like school. Nothing like you did all the exams and like you went to parties, and now it's summer and you want to do like get some like serious points on the board.
Okay. My answer will be quite boring. I think it will be
As always.
different, but I think I I think the best thing you can do is actually think. Now, what do I mean by that? A lot of people are doing things, right? They're doing things that they think are getting them further, but they don't know like specifically where they're getting them to. So,
Hmm.
for example, if you're doing, you know, training, if you're doing like reading books or something, if you just read books, nothing will happen. You actually have to
Hmm.
implement those stuff. Well, then the next question is, where do I implement that knowledge that I actually get, right? And the thing is that a lot of people are doing so many things, but they don't know like why they're doing them, what are their actually goals. Like they're not super clear on that. Simply, they just don't know reasons why this is important.
They don't have the whys,
Yes, exactly. So there's two coins. There's I want to get somewhere coin, you know,
and you want to get away.
basically your goals, you know,
Uh,
what do you want? Like for example, I want to get fit. Why do I want to get fit? You know, just answering those simple questions. And
mm,
your you know your goals, why this is
yeah.
important to you, all that. There's a second coin. There's a second coin which is also going with you along the way, which is basically what happens if you're still getting to your road that you're doing right now, you know. Your basically habits you have now. If you're doing them for let's say next 5 years, what will happen then? You know, if you understand that basically you'll be broke, you'll be probably homeless, your health will go down, there's potential for disease, then partying, then doing those stupid things, just, you know, they
Mm.
just they just freeze. And whenever you procrastinate, whenever there's so many upsides that you want to party, let's say, and you do this one time, you
Yeah.
know, you have those downside, that's it. You can't party next day. I mean, if you have those strong whys, then you will think that you are a loser, that you fucking
Yeah,
partied, that you feel so fucking broke,
you feel guilty about that.
and that's it. The next day you're fucking still
Mm.
on the grind. And obviously there will be some ups and downs, as I said, but I think the best
Mm.
thing you can focus is change your mind by actually
Yeah.
fucking thinking. So go outside. I would actually like suggest go the fuck on a trip, like, you know, alone.
Mm.
Fuck the friends, fuck everyone. Just go alone on some kind
On the train,
on
go
some
far
kind of
away.
random trip to where there's just you and nature.
Mm.
And I want you to you know just think.
Journal or think.
Just think what's actually important for you, what basically what do you want, and then figure
Mm.
out what happens if
Yeah.
you're on your route that you're right now.
Yeah. Also thinking of like better ways to like simply like change your how you party, how
Yeah.
you view partying. If you don't associate partying with like drinking and being like high,
Hmm.
then you'll also like party differently. For example, like we thought about this idea for this summer to gather a like small group of friends and go on trips like
Yeah.
with a tent, take a train, go or like the bus and go somewhere far away, make a campfire, cook something, basically like spend time in nature, eat meat, have fun, like
Hmm.
swim, and that's like still like partying, having fun, but
Yeah,
a
just like
different
relaxing.
way. Yeah,
It's like relaxing. It's actually like, as
yeah,
our trainer said, you know, there's two ways of, you know, relaxing. There's basically, and one of them is actually not, but but you think that it is.
Yeah.
So there's a partying to where you're drinking alcohol, doing some random stuff, just go out with friends and do nothing, just bullshit to impress people. And then there's also partying to where you're viewing as a party because it's actually healing. For example, swimming, having meaningful relationships, going out of nature. You're still not doing like hard work, but
Yeah.
you're doing meaningful work. You're doing the healing work that are actually you are enjoying.
I think like social work too, because like creating connections is like so important.
Yeah.
And also what you said about spending time in nature, I think that's why I'm like so hyped for the summer, because I think this will be like one of like the greatest summer yet, because we'll be going on these trips, and especially because you don't have internet there, you don't spend time in the phone, you have like some real time to think. It's not like you're in the routine, you have some time to get out of it and like view what you're doing and think about it.
Of course.
That's why I think it's so important.
Exactly. And honestly, I think that parties in some way are actually good. Like, because there's levels to that. There's parties when you're broke and there's parties when you're rich. What do I mean by that? There's parties to where you just get laid because you don't have money. You just want to take day off. Because you had a so precious week. In your work or some school or some bullshit like that. And, you just go to party. You get laid with people that are, let's be honest, not
not
as
winners.
smart, and they're not winners. They're broke people. And there's different parties. There's like rich parties that are actually happening on some yachts or something. And there are people who is not as great as well, but at least they're, for example, good at one area. And you can have these connections that you could later on like actually fix. You can use those connections. Not in a bad way, in a good way. You can actually connect.
Yeah, like both.
Then, if those people have those things to where they're, for example, like unhealthy or something, then if you actually are good at those things, or somebody else who know a lot about health, you can connect those people and help them get out of that bullshit. But these parties are actually meaningful because these people at least know what they're doing in some of the areas.
I mean, yeah, it's like mutual relationship. Both of you benefit.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's what that's why I think that having like real life friends, for example, like we went with like, the calisthenic strings, like training on the tree, and like
I haven't put that video right now.
Yeah,
we'll
put that video. And it wasn't training; it was relaxing because like previous training was so tough.
Yeah.
We haven't ever seen anyone else like training outside. No, we have like training outside, but not on like the rings. That's why I think like connecting people is so important, because if you have people along the journey, you will be like more consistent, because simply you have that other person that will like say, you weren't training like yesterday.
Yeah.
Like what's wrong?
And then there's two things that could happen. They can just go away from you because they're they just get in that bad routine once again.
Yeah.
And then they, whether understand or not, doesn't really matter. That's why you're here, to basically support them in that case. Show them that you're wrong if you're actually a friend. Because if you're not a true friend, you will just say, okay, I don't care, or just ignore that, and then they will just stick on that path. You have to be friend in that case. If they're actually getting off, then you have to say, what the fuck, man?
Yeah.
What kind of bullshit you're doing? Like, what the fuck? You skipped 2 trainings, man. Get fucking on. And then they will actually, help each other. That's how it happens, yeah.
So I also think like so many people have like these like fake friends, where like, for example, like my classmates, or like people like they party with, they're not like really friends, because they don't want like the best for you. Like if you like failed at something, they will be like, haha, he failed, bloody bastard.
That's actually a good point, and honestly, this is one of the also most important things when it comes to summer. There will be a lot of people that will want to party, right? And if you're doing that thing, then it means that you probably know a lot of people, and probably are friends with a lot of people who are partying, who are spending that summertime basically doing non-meaningful stuff, relaxing, as I said, yeah. And you just have to whether get rid of those connections, to saying, just respectful, I'm on a grind. If you're good with that, good. Let's keep connection. You do what you want to do. You want to get on that grind with me to basically become better. That's good. If not, although respect, get rid of them if in the worst case, and just get actually meaningful connections. Like get real friends. And it's not going to be one day, because if it's one day, then they're probably not real friends. It's going to be hard, but I think that the hard things and the right things are the most meaningful ones.
Yeah. I mean, it takes time to build a good relationship.
Exactly.
Just like I think it would be useful to talk about the last 2 days. how we like spent a lot, how we had a lot of fun in these past 2 days and like not partying.
Yeah, because this is gonna be the replacement for you.
Yeah,
This is gonna be the replacement, which is maybe not as fun as drinking.
yeah.
Actually, it is.
It is. It is
You
way
just
more.
don't know how it is. If you're off the detox, dopamine detox, if you're not doing like fucking random stuff like watching TikTok or Instagram for
Mhm.
4 hours straight, then it will be the meaningful stuff because it's actually fun when you're doing like hard things, hard training. You're fucking
Pushing
working,
yourself, pushing each other.
pushing, and then you're fucking playing airsoft or something.
Yeah. So basically, what happened yesterday was the 1st of July.
Yeah.
So to celebrate summer, we went to Airsoft.
Exactly.
Airsoft games was happening there.
Mhm.
After that, like we went to the city center to basically pick up a book, and then we went home.
Let's not talk about
then
which
let's-
one.
Yeah, and let's not talk about which one. After that, we already were at Airsoft. We could have said that, oh, we exercise today. Let's relax. Let's sit
Yeah.
at the computer. Let's watch something. Let's play chess or something. But no, we went to the gym even though we didn't want. We had a good workout. We also went after that to like swimming,
Yeah.
which was cool, and we didn't play volleyball. But
No, but
we are going
ate
to play.
fucking shashlik.
After that, we went home. We bought meat, 2 kilograms. We like cooked it, seasoned it, everything. We also like talked about coconut, ate coconut, like
Yeah.
which was
Big nut.
demonetized video. And yeah, basically that was like the whole day. We like didn't spend time on phone. We didn't do anything stupid. It was like good diet, training,
Yeah.
a lot of fun. It might sound like it wasn't as interesting, but
Nah,
there was a
nah,
lot of fun moments there. Like while playing airsoft, for example, when we cooked the dinner, we like decided to cook the coconut for some reason, and it
Never
tasted
tried.
actually.
I mean, it was fucking good.
And it was good.
Yeah. Trying random things that you would never try if you're doing
Yeah.
fucking bullshit.
Yeah.
Uh,
And
If you just have a community, like bigger community sorry, not things, friends, that are
imaginary
things,
friends.
that are actually like your friends, like real friends,
Mm.
good connections, just connecting with people and doing that kind of things without alcohol, is fucking killing you.
Yeah.
It might seem fun. I mean, I
It
mean,
is fun
I was
while
not
you
a big
drink.
drinker, but I can, just speak from.
Yeah.
I'm just speaking
Yeah,
from
yeah.
experience. I mean, drinking it's a short-term gain.
Mm.
It's not actually as fun. I mean, a lot of people are just depressed. Afterwards,
Yeah.
they don't have a good life. They're dying of the
Mm.
disease. They're not being
Yeah.
actually meaningful.
Yeah.
Anything meaningful, they're just looking for a short-term, sort of relaxed type of thing. I actually like. I'm not saying that alcohol is bad in any situations. There is situations to where it's a good
Little
add-up,
bit.
it's a fucking bonus to that.
Yeah.
But when you're just drinking, you don't know what to do, and your
Yeah.
main thing of happiness is fucking drink. Then that's a bullshit, man.
Yeah.
Then you're fucking in in an illusion.
Yeah. For example, some people we know who late at night, around midnight, like in the city center or in a park, simply drinking.
Yeah.
It isn't like fun. You're simply like some trash music. You're like bobbing there, drinking, and
That was one as well.
yeah.
I mean, that's the thing that you have to experience first to then understand like what actually life is,
Mm.
and how we can live it differently. In a lot of cases, when you're doing those stuff, you're thinking that that's it. I mean, you're fucked. Nothing can change.
Mhm.
Just take a look at us.
Yeah, you have like given up hope.
Obviously, we wasn't in the deepest shithole to where there's narcotics or something shit.
Yeah, yeah. It
But
wasn't
we
that
were
bad.
deep enough
Yeah,
to say that
Like-
we could basically make that decision to where that's it.
yeah. For viewers to understand like how it was, basically we had gaming addiction, eating addiction of like pizzas, junk food.
On the same side, I was fucking partying as well at that time. Not
Uh-huh.
as heavy, but I
Yeah.
was. So I mean,
Uh-huh.
it was fucking deep.
Yeah, for me also like internet addiction.
Yeah.
And yeah, not a good time period.
So just if you're dedicated and if you use this time, and as we talked, it's not going to be like straight line. There will be ups and downs, and you have to understand once you're doing one thing. For example, you're eating healthy, right? Then if you eat healthy, then all of a sudden, I'm getting better gains at fitness. All of a sudden, I look better. All of a sudden, I have this opportunity to compete somewhere. All of a sudden, I have fucking more friends because, we're connecting here at
Yeah.
the competition. or all of a sudden, you know, I want to, let's say, organize some trip to, let's say, you know, other country, and, you know,
Yeah.
bring some friends. So all of a sudden, you know, I'm testing this guy, he
Mm.
knows this guy, so we go all together. All of a
Yeah.
sudden, fucking having meaningful relationship. All of a sudden, you know,
Mhm.
more things happen, more things,
Mhm.
and it's just fucking link of connections. You never know
Yeah.
what will happen, but you
Mhm.
know, eventually, if you're doing good stuff, then you know, and
Yeah.
you're actually putting the right inputs,
Mhm.
you know, then eventually, you know, more opportunities will come off in terms of relationships, in terms of you getting
Mhm.
healthier, in terms of you getting smarter, making more money,
Mhm.
getting actually like meaningful relationships, all those things.
Yeah. Also about like this point of like changing everything, I think that like as we peers thought, it all comes down to like thinking, and I found out that most of the times when I have like thought about like changing my life have been like in the evenings and the late nights when you're like simply sitting there on the bed thinking like fuck, another day wasted,
Hmm.
like
Yeah.
haven't like trained, ate shit food, watched all spend all the day on the internet. You're simply like sitting there, you're like fuck, like
Exactly.
this can't be another day like this. And then
Yeah.
you like take a pen, you start writing a plan, what you want to do, you start thinking. And like even though like some people said that like are already like tired at the evening and your brain isn't functioning as good, but I think it's like the perfect time to think about like how to change your life, because you have that
Exactly.
motivation, and you can like stay late one more night, but you can it will be the turning point.
It's actually also biologically. I mean, the information that we input in the mornings and then evenings are the ones that are stick with in our head like the most. This is how we actually can reprogram our subconscious mind. Because at the day, you know, we're using a lot of conscious mind, then at the evenings, you know, all this information that we input are actually most important ones. And if you're just watching like some Instagram and something, you know, straight up
Yeah.
when you get up, or you know, before the bed, then that's what will happen. Because you know,
Mm.
let's say in the mornings, right? I mean, you start with watching some bullshit.
Yeah, I
That's how your
remember
day will
that.
end. I mean, that's how your day will end.
Yeah.
Simple as that. If you fucking first thing you do is go train, do, you know, cold plunge, do something else, that's it.
Yeah.
You know, you're gonna be online, you're gonna work out. If you're fucking watching some
Mhm.
random Instagram before the bed, that's how your next day will start.
Mhm. Yeah, but if you like take the time to like think and you change the future
Yeah,
simply. Yeah.
exactly.
Oh, I remember.
There's so many things, man. The summer, honestly, there's bad, good replacements, bad replacements. You know, you just fucking have to try. You just
Yeah.
have to fucking try. Start with the small things.
Mhm.
As I said, you know, the best thing is just, you know, think
Mhm.
for once in a fucking while.
Yeah. Go outside, put down the phone,
Yeah.
write a plan, and I also want to add about uh,
Actually, so sorry for me
yeah,
interrupting. It's
sure.
just very important. You know, actually, like step-by-step plan would be just, you know, think. So first of all, just take the fucking paper, nothing else. Think before you understand what you really want. What is the fucking your consequences of, you know, sticking with what you have, and then not achieving those
Mhm.
goals. That this is what you have to fucking first lay down in a paper. That's the
Mhm.
first step.
Yeah.
Then you fucking write down action steps. Okay, how do I change that? What is
Yeah.
the replacement? What are the things I have to do to actually get there? And then you fucking just execute.
Yeah.
Sorry
Also,
for
like
that.
the
Yeah,
best action steps are the simplest ones.
exactly.
They're like literally the physical things that you do. You go make the specific type of food.
Yeah.
You go do the specific type of exercise at the gym, at the place, at the time.
Yeah.
You write down like as specifically as you can. Because if you like say, oh, I'm going to train more,
Yeah.
it isn't specific. It doesn't have the same like gravitas to it. It needs to be as specific as you can. For example, waking up early at like 6:30,
Yeah.
eating that specific thing, eating that many calories in a day, like yeah, simply having a structure to everything. I think that's very important.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's it. You just start.
Yeah.
You have your fucking plan. You know
Uh,
what to do. You know your reasons why,
yeah.
and you fucking execute. That's
Yeah.
it. I think that's actually the good end of, you know, how you can
Yeah.
make the summer fucking meaningful. So
Yeah.
get the fuck out of here. Get fucking
Yeah.
started, and fuck every other video. Just fucking go and implement
Yeah.
that. I don't give a